Everyone, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we will be designing with the Rainy Day Design Kit by Softflex Company, and this is their latest kit. I will go ahead and leave a link down below in the description box where you can purchase this kit. We'll be using this beautiful tanzanite color Softflex. It's one of my favorites. And most beads are from the kit. These adorable little drops here, they're part of the crystal mix. And then we have some more crystals, pave beads. I'm just using seed beads, size 11s, as well as these two crystals here that were part of my collection. Adorable little umbrella charm, and this was a kit exclusive only available in the Rainy Day kit. So let's go ahead and start creating our Rainy Day necklace. I cut about 14 inches of the tanzanite softflex wire, and we're just going to string on our charm. And I went ahead and added a 6mm gold jump ring. So this design is similar to the last few softflex beading parties that I was on, and I will go ahead and leave a link down below in the description for those. I want to thank you, Softflex, again so much for having me. So we're going to put on two crystals. Slide one on each side. And if you have a bead stopper, that would be good too, just to help your crystals from sliding around. So you want it in the center as much as you can. I'm going to grab our little drops here, and these are going to act as little raindrops. We're going to put on one of these 4mm really sparkly beads. I'm not sure the color of those. And we're going to add one of our 6x4mm beads. Just slide them on. And then we're going to pick up 4 size 11 seed beads. And when you're using your Softflex, it will act as a needle. So you can pick up your seed beads so you don't have to pick them up by your hands. So we're going to pick up 4 seed beads. Then we're going to pick up one of the 4mm beads or check glass. And one of our little raindrop beads. Another 4mm bead. And 4 more check glass or seed beads. So we should have 4 seed beads, a 4mm check glass, a teardrop, 4mm check glass, and 4 seed beads. So making sure that our little umbrella charm is in the center, we're going to take our string and pass it through this check glass. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze. And then we're just going to pull, give another 4mm, and then 4 more of your seed beads. And 4 more of our seed beads. Now, cutting only 12 inches may not seem like a lot because we still have to make the rest of the necklace, but I'm going to do a little design technique with it. That's why we're only doing this part here, and with the Softflex wire, you can incorporate that into your design. It's just like little raindrops with the beautiful tanzanite color in the background, like a cloudy sky. Then we have a little bit of our tail here, and that's where we're going to connect the rest of the necklace. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to pick up a 4mm check glass and then our crystal color. Or seed beads. We have our 4 seed beads, another check glass, our raindrop, a 4mm check glass, and 4 more seed beads. We have our pattern, 4 seed beads, a check glass, a raindrop, a check glass, and 4 more seed beads. I'm just going to take our wire and pass back through that 6 by 4 millimeter bead. Go ahead and pull. And if you want, you can leave a little bit of spacing on there and just kind of let your beads float around the necklace. Completely up to you. We'll just pull. We have our little raindrop necklace. Riolettes. I'm not doing them too tight, so they're just kind of going wherever they'd like to go, and then you have a little bit of that tanzanite wire showing on your project. This little component here to the rest of our necklace, and I'm using silver 2x2s, so I am really mixing my metals. I got gold, bronze, and silver. We're going to put on a 4 millimeter bead, 6 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter. We're going to slide on one of our silver 2x2s and make a loop. And if you didn't leave enough ending of the soft flex wire, you can always use your round nose pliers, just as a little extra hand for precision to get it to go back through your loop. Once you get your desired length, just going to come in, just go and give it a little smash. And I'm just going to round it. Make sure it's nice and secure. Then we're just going to trim off our little tail. And we have our loop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to pick up that 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Slide on our 2x2. And since you've already finished the other side and made your loop, it's going to act as a bead stopper. So your beads aren't going to be sliding off. We're just going to take our wire and pass back through. You want to make sure that your loops are fairly the same size. And this can take a little bit of practice. They look fairly similar, little adjustment. And then we're just going to do the same thing and smash it down. It's easier to make your loops when you have a longer piece of soft flex. And then I have a little bit of a tail. I'm just going to trim that off. Make sure you save your extra soft flex. You never know what you're going to use it for. So we have our beautiful little embellishment with our rainy day necklace. Very sparkly. And now we're just going to attach the rest of the beads with the necklace. So I'm going to make this very long so I don't have to add clasp on to it. It is completely up to you if you want to in the back. If you want to put your clasp on the side, completely up to you. So for this, I'm going to measure 22 inches. So we have 22 inches of soft flex wire. We're going to take our wire, slide on another 2x2, and make a loop. Now you could just attach it to this here if you wanted to, but I'm going to connect it with a jump ring just in case in the future I want to add a clasp, or if I want to just switch out this design here, maybe for some chain or something. Or silver silk or a leather cord. So you can always customize your jewelry in the future. So we have our little loop. Just going to go and give it a smash. Rounding. Then we have a little bit of a tail. So depending on the next bead that we would put on the wire, it might cover it, or we're just going to go and trim this off just in case the bead doesn't go over. A little tail. And now we're going to attach a 6 millimeter jump ring, and I'm using silver. And then when you open a jump ring, just gently twist side to side. You never want to pull it open. We're going to attach our wire that we're working on to the pendant part we just finished. I'm just going to give it a close. Make sure it is secure. You can see it shows your soft flex wire with the tanzanite. And It also just gives it that little pop of silver in there to kind of incorporate with the rest of the design. So we have our necklace, and then we're just going to design with the beads that we have here. So I'm going to start with one of the really shiny 4 millimeter beads. And I'm going to put on one of these greens, a purple, a green, a shiny bead, these pretty, really pretty sparkly beads, pave beads, and another 4 millimeter. So that's the pattern that I have. And I will just go ahead and keep repeating the pattern. Put these, and you can use any beads. You can let some of the wire show if you would like in your design. You could always braid the soft flex wire. So when I was designing my project, I kind of changed up my design a little bit. So I went ahead, instead of doing with a no clasp on the back, I just went ahead and cut my wire in the middle, and I'll go ahead and attach a clasp on there. That way my pattern could be even on each side. And then I can just let some of the tanzanite wire show in the back of my necklace. So I just have these little bit of beads left, and I'm going to use my seed beads there, just create some spacing. So pick up a seed bead, a 4 millimeter bead, and a seed bead, and then one of my little metallic shiny 4 millimeter beads. And I'll just continue adding the rest of the beads until I get to the end of my necklace, and then I can attach my clasp. We've added on the rest of our beads, and we have a lot of soft flex left over. So I'm just going to trim this down and attach a link of chain to the back of the necklace. So we're just going to even up our wires, give it a trim, and save our extra soft flex. This would be a good length for a earring. We're going to slide on our 2x2 and then just pass back through and make a loop. Wants to go through that next little bead thing. And that's okay. You can always tuck it into the next couple beads if you would like. So we have our little loop. Just come in and give it a squeeze, reinforce, and then we're going to do the same thing. And what I like about this necklace is there's a lot of different components to it. So you can always mix and match in the future. And it's just held together with jump rings. We're going to do the same thing. Another idea for the necklace is if you didn't want to put chain, you could just add another length of soft flex wire and maybe do that braid and then kind of incorporate some of the colors of your design with the wire. So maybe use like a fluorite and the tanzanite. I'm going to close up our jump ring. We have our beautiful rainy day necklace. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming content. Have a wonderful day.